that's crazy. You in there with blood.
A concerned OTF member who spoke to Lil Durk isn't about to let him down. Right after Lil Durk's suspicious prison transfer, he promised to help the rapper out.
I said, I know you're a rich-ass nigga, but if you need anything, you know I got you.
For the first time, the OTF leader partly acknowledged that he might need some saving, especially from Quando Rondo affiliates who rumors say attacked him in jail. We're about to find out what really happened inside Lil Durk's former prison. Lil Durk was reportedly transferred after a jail incident. If you've been living under a rock, you might not know about the rivalry that has plagued these two drill rappers, Lil Durk and Quando Rondo, since 2020. There has been an ongoing feud between them, which has claimed casualties on both sides. Although Lil Durk and Quando Rondo have managed to survive several attacks over the past 4 years, Durk's recent arrest and incarceration have heightened fears for his safety. This is because the federal jail where he was being held not only houses several dangerous criminals, but many of them are allegedly affiliated with Quando Rondo, his archenemy. Furthermore, the FBI indictment against Lil Durk, alleging he was the mastermind behind a murder-for-hire plot that killed Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pab, has put the Chicago rapper in a tight spot. Rumors of a possible reprisal attack against Durk have continued to surface in the past few days. Amidst these rumors, Lil Durk was hurriedly transferred from the notorious Miami jail to a California prison under protective custody. As word about Durk's transfer spread on social media, rumors of a jail incident involving the rapper began to circulate. According to unconfirmed reports, Lil Durk had been the target of an attack by inmates alleged to be affiliated with Quando Rondo. Although no additional details were provided regarding the severity of the attack, the incident prompted authorities to swiftly move the All My Life rapper to a safer location. The reports only made the tense atmosphere around Lil Durk's case worse, and the fact that fans had not seen or heard from him since his arrest on October 25th led to the spread of various conspiracy theories and rumors regarding his well-being. Here's where things get tricky. As speculations ran wild, an audio clip of an alleged phone call between Lil Durk and one of his homies was shared on Instagram on November 15th. The clip, uploaded by Instagram user 900brew, marked Durk's first public communication since his arrest. The recording was shared with the caption, "Just got off the phone with my brother Lil Durk. He in good spirits, staying positive, and fighting to get back home to his kids and family. We're not glorifying negativity. We're more than just street guys. That's actually an understatement. We're men of honor and code, no matter our financial status. Bro hit the main line with the rest of our kind, no PC." During the 2-minute phone call, Durk can be heard telling the caller that he is okay and remaining optimistic. Later in the recording, Lil Durk sparked controversy when he claimed he was being received well by other inmates, debunking suggestions that he was being kept in protective custody. Phone call quickly went viral, raising even more questions from fans who doubted the authenticity of the recording and the motive behind its release. Before the audio clip surfaced, not much was known about the user who shared it. However, a quick search of his Instagram account revealed posts linking him to Durk's OTF record label. The posts show that he has collaborated with several OTF artists, including Bonnie Mo, and there are pictures of him posing with Booka 600 and Durk himself. Despite this connection, many fans were still critical of the leak and questioned why the user would release the call during an ongoing investigation into Durk's alleged involvement in the murder-for-hire case. Fans were particularly alarmed by a part of the recording where the caller could be heard telling Durk, "We ain't never moved our money except for that first time. Once it was back, it was back." Given the fact that Durk is being investigated for allegedly hiring people to kill Quando Rondo, fans considered this remark extremely careless, as it could provide further evidence to be used against the rapper. Additionally, fans argued that sharing details about Durk's situation in jail could put him at greater risk. With confirmation that Durk isn't under protective custody, his enemies might now be more motivated to plan an attack against him. If there's one thing fans have learned about rivalries in the drill rap scene, it's that ops never miss an opportunity to get one over their rivals, and they never forgive. Surprisingly, this wasn't the sentiment echoed by Lil Tim during his interview with Vlad TV on November 26, 2024. Lil Tim, a close friend of Quando Rondo, was initially arrested for King Von's murder in 2020 before the charges were dropped 3 years later. During the interview, Lil Tim spoke about the possibility of Lil Durk facing the death penalty for his alleged role in Lil Pab's death, and his response took many by surprise. When asked by the host how he would feel if Lil Durk were sentenced to death over Lil Pab's murder, Lil Tim responded,
"Shit, I feel like, in my head, I just put it like, shit, that what God wanted to happen. Shit, it mean too much how much I really feel about it. I'll just be like, that what God wanted to happen."
Tim added that if Durk were found innocent, he would still accept it as part of God's plan, emphasizing that God ultimately decides everything. Later in the interview, when asked if he would feel the same way if Durk were sentenced to life in prison, Tim offered a more empathetic response. He said, Cause
I don't wish jail on nobody. Like, I'm not no person who be like, well, I hope he don't never get out or nothing like that. I ain't that type of person. I ain't no type of person who wish jail on nobody, because I wouldn't want nobody to wish jail on me.
For those who have followed Lil Durk's feud with Quando Rondo, it comes as a surprise that Lil Tim has chosen a path of peace. Over the past half-decade, both camps have struggled to hide their hatred for each other, often trading insults and threats on social media or through diss tracks. While some fans believe Tim's peaceful stance might be a facade, others argue that Durk's current legal troubles serve as a warning for rappers to clean up their acts or risk ending up in jail. The year 2024 was shaping up to be the biggest and most successful year of Durk's career. After winning a Grammy for his track, All My Life, he was recently honored with the Keys to the City by Broadview Mayor Katrina Thompson and Bellwood Mayor Andre Harvey. Sadly, just a week later, things began to unravel for the rapper, starting with his arrest in Miami, Florida. A grand jury subsequently indicted him on felony charges tied to a murder-for-hire plot targeting Quando Rondo. The incident stems from an August 19, 2023, shooting at a Los Angeles gas station. Reports indicate that Rondo and his cousin, LPB, were riding in a black Cadillac Escalade when gunmen ambushed them. Though Rondo escaped, his cousin wasn't as fortunate. According to an affidavit filed in federal court by FBI agent Sarah Corcoran, Lil Durk allegedly placed a bounty on Rondo's life in retaliation for King Von's 2020 murder. The plot was reportedly executed by 5 men: Kayvon London Grant, DeAndre Dantrell Wilson, David Bryan Lindsay, Keith Jones, and Asa Houston, who tracked Rondo to the gas station and opened fire. All 5 men, alleged to have ties to Durk's OTF crew, face federal charges, including conspiracy to commit murder for hire, committing murder for hire involving death, and use of a machine gun in a violent crime resulting in death. Lil Durk appeared in court on November 15th and pleaded not guilty to all charges. A detention hearing to determine his bond has been set for December 12th, with his trial scheduled for January 2025. If found guilty, Durk faces the possibility of life in prison, the maximum sentence under federal law. Following Durk's initial court appearance in Florida on October 25th, U.S. Attorney Martin Estrada underscored the severity of the alleged crimes. In a statement, Estrada said, Mr. Banks is charged with orchestrating a cold-blooded murder that resulted in the death of a rival's family member. Not only that, but the shooting occurred in the open at a busy intersection, endangering many others. Violent gun crime of this sort devastates communities, and we will have zero tolerance for such callous acts of violence. Lil Durk's legal troubles began long before his arrest. According to Ale Davis, assistant director in charge of the FBI's Los Angeles field office, the bureau had been quietly gathering evidence for months. Davis stated that the investigation uncovered disturbing evidence linking Durk to the crime and emphasized the FBI's commitment to holding individuals accountable, regardless of their status or fame. Rapper and his associates have been under investigation since the tragic shooting that claimed LPB's life. Davis stated, "No excuse can justify this violent act, and let me be clear. While you're going about your life thinking you got away with it, the FBI is piecing together the facts that will serve as your undoing." After several months of gathering evidence and coordinating with local law enforcement, the 5 hitmen involved in the murder-for-hire plot were arrested in the Chicago area. The news of their arrest and the subsequent 4-count federal grand jury indictment alleging their roles in the plot sent social media into a frenzy, as fans speculated whether Lil Durk would be next. The rapper seemingly caught wind of the FBI's plans and allegedly set a plan in motion to flee the country and outsmart the feds. On the same day, the 5 men connected to his OTF crew were arrested. Lil Durk reportedly booked multiple international flights in a desperate attempt to escape U.S. jurisdiction. These included 2 one-way trips to Dubai and Switzerland, which he presumably used as a decoy since he never boarded the flights. However, the FBI discovered that Durk had also booked a private jet to Italy. He was arrested near the airport in Miami just an hour before the plane was scheduled to take off. According to the indictment, Lil Durk is described as the leader of the Chicago-based rap group, Only the Family, OTF. Law enforcement alleges that OTF operates as a gang where members commit violent acts, including murder and assault, under Durk's direction to maintain their status within the group. The feud between Durk and Quando Rondo reportedly stems from the November 6, 2020, murder of King Von, a close friend of Lil Durk. Von was shot and killed by an associate of Rondo, leading Durk to blame Rondo for his death. Allegedly, this incident fueled Durk's plot for revenge, where he placed a bounty on Rondo's life and recruited individuals he trusted to carry out the plan. On August 19, 2023, several OTF members and associates used 2 vehicles to track and follow Quando Rondo around Los Angeles for several hours. The pursuit culminated in a shooting at a gas station near the Beverly Center Mall. The co-conspirators reportedly fired at least 18 rounds at Rondo's vehicle, striking and killing LPB, who had been riding with Quando Rondo that day. Court documents revealed that investigators linked Lil Durk to the murder-for-hire plot through several transactions and purchases made using money from Durk or OTF-related accounts. For example, bank and flight records show that an OTF member paid for flight tickets for 5 co-conspirators to travel from Chicago to California on the day before the fatal shooting. More importantly, at the time the tickets were bought, court documents showed that Durk instructed the OTF associate booking the flights not to book them under any names involved with him. Perhaps the most incriminating part of the entire plot is that, on the day of the murder, Durk also flew to California in a private jet, accompanied by one of the co-conspirators, Cal London Grant. Later that day, Grant bought ski masks and paid for the hotel rooms of the other hitmen using a credit card in Durk's name. Gathering all this evidence against Lil Durk and his OTF associates was no easy task. But court documents show the FBI was reportedly assisted by a snitch within OTF. The indictment revealed that the informant, identified as OTF member Jam, allegedly worked with the FBI for several years, and even wore a hidden wire to gather evidence for the authorities. Through Jam's cooperation, the FBI obtained critical information about the murder-for-hire plot. The revelation of this alleged betrayal has drawn significant attention from fans, many of whom haven't hesitated to share their opinions on the developing story. Adding to the drama, a picture of Jam eating McDonald's during a police interrogation surfaced online, leading to more speculation and jokes about the situation. Reports state that Jam, currently serving a 12-year prison sentence for attempted murder, allegedly provided information to law enforcement while wearing a wire. The footage of Jam in the interrogation room eating McDonald's and glancing at the security camera was shared by DJ Academics, who encouraged his followers to caption the post. The footage quickly received numerous reactions from fans, with one user commenting, "Bro snitched on Durk for a Big Mac and fries." Just 2 days after this video was shared, another video surfaced showing OTF Jam wearing a wire around Lil Durk. The video captures Durk, Jam, and a few others in a dimly lit room, apparently speaking to another group on the phone. While the others appeared relaxed and enjoying themselves, OTF Jam looked visibly disturbed and grew more restless as the video went on. As expected, the video generated several reactions from fans. Noticing Jam's suspicious behavior in the video, one user commented, "He's definitely moving suspect AF on here, SMH." Another user added, "Folks seem uncomfortable as T. Seems like he doesn't belong there. Really fidgety. He wasn't acting normal. I can tell you that." A third user speculated, "The Y was clearly in the jacket, probably too high to realize what he was doing." While fans continued labeling OTF as a snitch, others pointed out that there was no concrete evidence to suggest Jam was the informant mentioned in the indictment. One user wrote, "There hasn't been one legitimate source that said he wore a wire, or that he's the one who snitched. It's not in any indictment or official document. Y'all let these bloggers and podcasters gas y'all into fictitious narratives. Do better, my guy." Another group of fans suggested that Durk had brought his current situation upon himself with his words following El Poo's murder. Interestingly, these fans weren't far off in their claims, as it was revealed that federal prosecutors were citing Lil Durk's lyrics in the criminal case, accusing him of ordering his OTF associates to murder Quando Rondo. In the amended charges brought against Lil Durk last month, prosecutors alleged that Durk had directly referenced the shooting in a 2022 song titled "Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy." The court documents stated that after the attempted murder of Rondo and the death of El Poo, Durk sought to commercialize El Poo's death by rapping about his revenge on Rondo. The feds claimed that the lyrics in the track referenced a news clip filmed shortly after the shooting in which Rondo can be seen screaming, "No, no," as he sees El Poo's dead body being carried from the car. In the lyrics referenced in the indictment, Durk rapped, "They got an Addy. Go, go. Got location. Go, go. Green light. Go, 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 go." And, "Look on the news and see your son. You screaming no, no." While Lil Durk's lyrics may have caused him legal trouble, it was his bitter feud with Quando Rondo that ultimately led him down this dangerous path. Everything seemed relatively calm between Durk and Rondo, as they were in different camps, Durk with his OTF crew and Rondo with NBA Youngboy. However, after King Von's untimely death outside a nightclub in 2020, everything changed. Back in November 2020, King Von, who had a history of throwing shade at Quando Rondo, decided to escalate the beef by confronting him directly. The now-deceased rapper allegedly started a brawl when he met Rondo at Monaco Hookah Lounge on 255 Trinity Avenue. Police claimed that King Von's crew did not. The fight didn't back down, and Quando Rondo sprang into action, trying to defend himself against the attacks. They took the fight outside, and as expected in a gang altercation, gunshots rang out. Officers who responded to the violence reported that 3 people were injured and rushed to the hospital by ambulance, while 3 others were taken in private vehicles. Police later arrested 2 men at the scene, one of whom was 22-year-old Timothy Leaks, aka Lil Tim. He was charged with King Von's death, but months later, he was acquitted after prosecutors determined he had acted in self-defense. This decision only intensified Lil Durk's anger toward Quando Rondo, and he silently declared war on him. Rondo found it increasingly difficult to perform freely as he received public safety threats, which led to his shows being canceled. This attack on Rondo's career was allegedly orchestrated by King Von's associates, who purchased tickets for his shows. During this time, a message surfaced between Quando Rondo and Lil Durk, where Rondo begged Durk to call off the beef. Rondo claimed he couldn't make money because the situation had gone too far. However, Lil Durk refused to back down and denied any responsibility for the hate directed at Rondo. Before all this, Quando Rondo had openly acknowledged his connection to Lil Tim, calling him his twin and a brother he could die for. Spoiler alert, Tim did try to die for him. The bullet he fired at King Von was to protect Quando Rondo, who was being attacked outside the hookah lounge. To make matters worse, King Von's closest associates, including his family, weren't backing down either. In an interview with Fuchs TV, King Von's uncle, Rang Rover Hang, confirmed that OTF would always have beef with Rondo's side. He explained that Rondo would suffer because they killed a real one, and King Von's friends were determined to take their pound of flesh.
He can slip through the cracks, but it's ugly for him, bro. You know? Niggas got points to prove that was a real one. They killed a real one, bro. We ain't gonna get nobody else like that.
Range Rover. Hang spoke the truth as King Von's fans started the Slide for Von movement. They craved revenge and hoped that Lil Durk would go after those responsible for King Von's death, or at least that's what their comments implied. In 2022, one fan tweeted, "Why hasn't Durk slid for Von yet? If it was the other way around, Von would have slid the same year." King Von's verified Twitter account even made a post asking Lil Durk to "slide for me, please." The following year, another fan tweeted, "It's been 3 years, he still ain't slid for Von yet." Initially, Lil Durk didn't seem to be influenced by the pressure from fans and tweeted that they were just looking for trouble. However, as time passed, he seemed to take the Slide for Von comments more seriously and even rapped about it, claiming the fans were trolling him. After his arrest, fans dug up his interview with DJ Academics, where he subtly addressed the issue. When asked about the Slide for Von comments, Durk said that they had left his radar.
You get triggered by the
Beat the
slide
shit out of this little ass, man. What are you
get
talking
triggered
about?
by the Slide for Von comments. I don't know if people still say it.
For some reason, I just don't see the comments no more.
At the time of the interview, Lil Durk's statement didn't carry much weight, but now with the serious charges against him, fans are seeing things differently. Lil Durk could have gone unnoticed by fans, who thought he never sought revenge for Von by targeting Quando Rondo because he had decided to turn his life around shortly before his arrest. On August 18th, the rapper shocked everyone when he announced his conversion to Islam. He shared that he was leaving the life of feud and rivalry behind, stating, "Don't label me anything outside of a man, a father, and a 100% Muslim," on his Instagram. He clarified by saying, "I don't gangbang, I'm a Muslim. You can't do both, and I'm the one who'll say it." This wasn't the first time Durk made headlines for surprising the rap world. In 2022, amid the Slide for Von comments, he vowed to end the violence in his hometown of Chicago. In a Rolling Stone interview, he explained that he was focused on bringing the city together and eliminating the demons around him. He also declared that he would no longer mention names or talk about the dead in his music. About a month before his arrest, Lil Durk expressed his belief in second chances, claiming his criminal record had been wiped clean. He tweeted, "Everybody should get second chances at life. It's about what you do with it. Alhamdulillah. My background wiped clean of all cases. I'm not a felon anymore." Despite facing serious charges, the rapper, known as The Voice, pleaded not guilty to the murder-for-hire conspiracy against Quando Rondo's cousin. His fans believed in his innocence, and the Free Durk movement trended online. Durk's team capitalized on this by selling merchandise like Free Durk hoodies. As love for Durk continues to pour in, it may help him during his long road to freedom, depending on how the evidence plays out.